Hey guys, what's up? So it's been a little while, no shit. I apologise for that, but we're back with another little bit of a tutorial series thing. Not much to on. I know I didn't finish the last one, but I just want to show you guys how to set up a project with TailWind, Laravel Mix, and Vue.js, so you can build whatever you want. It's super simple. Everyone always thinks it's complicated. It's really not. We just install a couple of packages, super simple, and configure it all, and it works. So we're gonna go ahead, do our first bit, and install Laravel Mix, which is basically gonna allow us to compile our code. Right. So there's a step in there. We need to compile our JS. ES 2015, I think it is 2016. You gotta compile it down to like a browser, raw browser JS, whatever. Same with our SCSS, or if you like less, whatever, the choice is yours, but you can convert that down to your CSS. So we're going to do the first step, and that is installing this. But before we do that, we actually need to npm init, because it's a fresh project, we have nothing in here, so I'm going to be doing the same thing as you guys. I'm just going to hit enter for all of this, because it doesn't really matter. So we've got a package JSON file now, and now we're going to do npm install Laravel, Laravel -mix. -- save -dev. And you can see that right here. And then we're going to copy this command here. I'll zoom in a little bit more for you guys actually. The resolution could be a little bit difficult. We're just going to wait for this to install. It's usually a lot faster than this, but this is surprising. But basically, in short, why this is installing, you don't have to learn Webpack, guys. Webpack is amazing, and this is just a wrapper around Webpack. Your 3 lines of code and you have fucking Webpack in your project, excuse my language, but it's amazing. You'll understand if you've looked at Webpack, it's over complex, it blows your mind. You're never ever ready to get started with Webpack. Some people are, some people do it. You don't need to. You got Laravel Mix. And even though it's got Laravel in the name, doesn't mean anything. We copied this command from here, by the way. This is going to create this webpack.mix file. See, this is super awesome. We're just going to delete all that. We can keep it all if you want. You can see all the different things there. We'll copy this example here from the documentation. We require Laravel Mix. We say in the SLC folder, which we don't have right now, there's going to be an app.js folder, and we want to compile it out to dist. Normally, you have a public folder, so we're going to do that. We're going to set up a little bit of structure here. So we're going to do a directory for CSS and then another directory for our JS. And then we're going to create another directory for our app, and inside there we're going to have another directory called style. This is just a way I like to do it. You can structure your app however you like. This is how I like to do mine. Directory view, and then we have JavaScript file app.js, and in our styles, a style sheet, and that's going to be SCSS, and that's going to be app.scss. We got a typo in there too. Okay, so let's just change these directories here. So now app, why did that folder close? App.js, you can see that there. We're going to compile this out to public JS. We're going to change this to public too, since we created the public folder, and this again app styles app.scss, and change this to public CSS. Now, if all that's right, which I think it is, we can scroll down, we can ignore all of this, we don't need to worry about that. But now we have these npm scripts here. So if we go to our package.json, you'll see we have these scripts here. We can remove this one, that's just the default that's defined there. And now we can copy these commands here, and you're able to run these. If you have VS Code, you'll have down here somewhere, you'll have a little option that says npm scripts. You can open that, and they should be in there, which you can just run, by the way. So that's awesome. But if you're like me, you like WebStorm, you like working with your terminal, you have to do npm run, and we can choose either one of these scripts. So to give you a little rundown, dev basically just compiles it in a dev environment. This is just a shorthand version for development. Watches it. Every time you make a change, it recompiles your code for you. Hot does the same thing as watch, but it will also refresh your browser for you too. So that's super fun and useful if you're like quickly coding. That'll automatically refresh the changes for you. And prod and production, they just compile your code, minify it, and everything else. So we're going to do npm run hot. Okay, we got an error of something here, cross-env. Okay, so this is one thing I always forget. npm install cross-env -- save. So just to excuse me, show you guys how I understood this, just in case you're kind of new. Also, we obviously see the command we run here. Just a little bit down. Oops, just a little bit down here. We have some other stuff, and you can see here. Here's our error. Crossenv is not recognized an internal or external command. It didn't tell me that the package was missing, but I know that it uses crossenv, and I've just told you guys that. So if you get the same error, crossenv, you need to install it. We'll run it again, see what happens here. It's going to install some more stuff for us automatically, and then we're going to have to rerun it, I believe. So, we're also, whilst that's doing its thing, we're missing one other thing. We need a HTML file. HTML5, and we're going to call it index.html. Let's define that for us. We're just going to put a good old trusty h1 hello world in here. Let's stick with it. npm run hot. Once again, it finished doing its thing, and it served it for us. We should be able to access it on this URL. There we go, hello world. And that's it. We set it up, our code's compiling. We haven't actually referenced that yet. I'll show you guys how to do that, just in case you forgot. And this is CSS and app.css. And then for our script tag down here, slc, whoops, equals JS, app.js, and they should be in there. We'll see when we refresh. This is not an error of ours, I believe. I believe that's from the from this server. But if we go to the network tab here, make sure we have all, you can see it's loading our files successfully there. So we're compiling. This is the first episode done. In the next one, we're going to install TailWind and get you ready for actually adding some style into your project. TailWind's awesome. You guys are going to love it, especially if you're just getting into it. It's great. There's so many colors and nice little things. We'll cover that in the next one. That's how you compile your code, at least. The link to Laravel Mix I will leave in the description below, and you guys can check that out. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one, guys.